Now, here's the question, the $64,000 question. Could you live without your phone? That's the question that ABC Science is hoping to answer with Australia's biggest smartphone survey. Our relationship with these powerful mini computers in our pocket is one of the most important in our lives now.
To discuss, researcher Dr. Kathryn Modecki from Griffith University School of Applied Psychology joins us now from Brisbane. Kathryn, yes, put your phone down. Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
How tethered are we to our smartphones?
Very good question. That's what we're hoping to find out with this survey. We're going to be asking a range of questions to get a sense for how smartphones are making our lives better and perhaps where we might need to rein them in a bit.
Okay, let's start with the good news. How potentially could they make our lives better?
Well, look, first of all, let's remember the phone is not the problem. That's, as you said, a powerful computer in our pocket. So if there are things that we need to rein in, that would be on us. But in terms of making it better, connection with friends, with family, with intervention programs, with supports, knowledge at our fingertips, all of those are advantages that we wouldn't want to give up, would we?
Absolutely not. But on the other hand, as you'd know, Kathryn, we are breeding generations of Australians. We're speaking about kids in their teens, 20-somethings, where their smartphone is essentially an extension of their left or right arm.
That is true, and as someone who studies adolescence and adolescents' decision-making, that's actually how I got into this. So on one hand, adolescents are figuring out who they are, they've got sensation-seeking instincts, they're learning decision-making, and on the other hand, we've given them phones that they can connect day or night to the world.
And therefore they can make, given some of the bad stuff that's out there, they can make really bad decisions.
Potentially, but again, let's remember that there's also benefits. So to be able to, connect to friends, connect to supports, especially feeling isolated. So I think we also have to keep in mind there's lots of potentially great advantages of these. We just need to make best use of them if we can.
How often is it that, and we talk across the age spectrums here, 40-somethings, 50-somethings, and I'm guilty of this as well, you often just pick up your phone out of sheer boredom. Pass the time, standing on a railway station platform, walking down the street. How insidious is that, hour after hour, day after day?
That's a good question, and again, that's what we're asking Australians to let us know. I mean, there is the question of, can we still be bored? At the same time, we do have knowledge at our fingertips, and so that's really exciting. But I think that's what makes this survey really interesting, is it's a chance for Australians to have a voice. Let us know how often are they using it, and in what circumstances are they choosing to use it, rather than perhaps engage in other ways with the world.
As somebody who's an expert in the field, Kathryn, how have you put theory and your studies into practice? How do you mitigate your phone use over the course of a day?
I'm actually not a huge phone user, so it's less of an issue for me. That said, I work with adolescents, and I actually loan adolescents, my team and I loan adolescents smartphones with unlimited talk and text and data, and use that to collect data from them because, as you said, they will always have a phone with them. So it's actually a wonderful research tool. But as a developmental psychologist, I'm very aware of the way that phones can spill over, especially in terms of our relationships with our children and our peers.
Yes, and the ability, as you say, to hold simple conversations, a simple but very basic life skill. Kathryn, great chatting to you. Thank you very much for your insights, and I'm sure this survey will go absolutely gangbusters.
Great. Thanks for having me.